Welcome to another edition of Makedonski Narodni Prikazni and Chill. We're still working on that title. Much like my facial hair, it's a work in progress and ever changing. As always, if you want to see this episode that we're reviewing unedited, I'll have a link to it on the Facebook page. Just head over to facebook.com, search under the Better Balkan, and you'll see it there. Tonight's episode is titled Prostiot i Sveti Nikola, which loosely translates to The Dummy and St. Nicholas. I asked about Prostiot, and it kind of means dummy, simpleton. It's not a nice way of saying it. It's not like they're trying to spare the guy's feelings or anything. It's pretty mean. It's the dumb guy and St. Nicholas. Our story begins with our hero wandering a little bit aimlessly. He runs into two of his neighbors, and we find out he's on his way to the Pazar. Now, a Pazar is basically just a market. You just go over there, buy food. It's like a big swamp meet with food, basically. We find out that he's on his way to the Pazar, but he's a little bit late. So, naturally, he decides to stay and chit-chat with his two neighbors. He rambles on a bit about how he needs to go to the Pazar, and then, well, they make the wise decision that he should probably go. He gets to the Pazar and sort of wanders around aimlessly for a little bit. He makes his way to a good leaning wall and thinks about having himself a good sneeze. Wait a minute. And there it is. Good job. After he finishes his vigorous sneeze, he comes across the only two men left at the Pazar. He's very late. And the only thing that they're selling is ikoni and candles. Now this is an ikona, and it is a religious picture. It's basically made out of wood, and it's got usually a saint painted on the front of it. Now the two men try to sell him an ikona and some candles. He explains to them that he doesn't have any use for any ikoni or candles. But the two men explain to him that an ikona has many more uses than he might think. One of the big uses is it can protect his house. It's a great security system.
Pa kako što vajde, ke ti je vardat kućata? Od što da mi je vardat? Od arami I od razni lošoti.
They convince him to buy not one but two ikoni, one of Sveti Nikola and one of Sveta Bogorodica, Saint Nick and Saint Mary.
Две ке си земиш. И оти две бе? Е па ако едната заспие, другата да е будна и да ти я варди куќата. Е дај ми ова и ова. Значи сакаш Света Богородица и Свети Никола. Ајде на. Не. Чекај, прво дај парите. Колку?
He takes his ikoni/security system and he's on his way home. He goes home and shows his wife his latest purchase. He tells his wife that these new ikoni are going to be guarding the house. She had no idea they could do that, so she's thrilled.
Вистина ќе ја вардат.
Вистина, мори?
Еми, тогаш арно што си ги купил.
Now, their neighbors overhear their conversation and they think that, they think that they're both really dumb.
Да мисли дека икони ќе му чуваат куќата. Толку му дал ума.
Прост човек.
Back to our hero, he sets up his new Ikona home security system. He tells them that him and his wife have got to go, and, well, they better watch the house. Now, as they leave the house, she tells him to wait up because she can't find the house key. He explains to her that he threw away the house key after he got the ikoni because, well, who needs a house key at this time? He's got the ikoni guarding the door, so why ever lock it?
Јас готово го батели вклучат. Што ке ми е?
Заш ке може таа
Оти да
работа
не
да ја
може.
завршат.
Ми двајца се. Ако едниот задрема, другиот ќе варди. Ај, убаво, видело им направив. Со кандилцето и со свеќата. Ајде.
Мислиш ке видат некој ако влезе и оп?
Оп, готово, ќе го избркат.
Бре, што луѓе ќе беа. А при ваков муабет немам слушнато.
Now, the neighbors overhear this conversation.
Па велам тоа. Не ли остави ја куќата од куче?
Good God, they are committed to being sinister. I want to see an entire episode just dedicated to how these two met.
Икони не чуваат куќа од арами, а? Важи?
Само, слушаш, да не ја претераме.
Не, па ние нема се да крадеме таму, ќе оставиме по нешто.
Anyway, these two decide that to teach their neighbors a lesson on locking their door, they're gonna rob them of everything that they own. Hours later, the couple comes home and realizes that they've been robbed. The wife looks at her husband and says, yeah, basically, we probably should have locked that door.
Нели ти реков, домакине, да си заклучиме, како си од свет што си прави, да си заклучиме, а то иконите ќе ни ја вардат куќата, ете, ти ја доварди ја куќата, празна куќа, недоватен човек,
The husband basically at that point decides to start verbally abusing the ikoni and start threatening them and to get his stuff back.
Бори, кај ти беа очите, бори? Пред тебе арамиите да ми ја пленат куќата, а ти ич да не икиш да знаеш. Кад ја гледаше, бори, те сега кој ќе ти опнам тебе 200 ластегаки. Оди, ами стари он, мори, гледа го каков е бе. Абе, старче, абе тебе толкаво кандило ти запали бе.
My God, he is really giving it to that ikona. He's gonna beat the living crap out of Sveti Nikola. Anyway, he basically tells Sveti Nikola to bring back all of his stuff or heads are gonna roll.
Да знай, слушај, старче, сега да поиш кај арамијата и да ми ги вратиш сите плячки што ми ги плениле. Така, да ми ја наместиш од ајава.
како што си беше.
Отижи ми таткова душа и мајкина душа 300 вастегарки ќе ти удрам. Така да знаеш, не можеш после да речиш што ти не сум ти рекол.
After he's done berating Sveti Nikola, they decide the only thing they can really do is go to bed on the floor. There's no bed anymore, so that's all they can do.
На земја, домакине. Како си послал, така ќе си легнеме.
Back at the sinister neighbor's house, they're not getting a whole lot of sleep tonight. They're kind of feeling guilty about everything that they did.
Мажо, спиеш?
Не. Не спиам.
The husband tries to get some sleep until he gets one freaky vision. Basically, Sveti Nikola came out of the ikona, standing above him in his bed, holding a sword and threatening him, telling him to take back all the stuff that they stole.
Ни плячка да не остани. Оти парче по парче ке те сечам. Така да знаеш.
Now, I gotta admit, this is one intimidating Sveti Nikola. This is the Sveti Nikola that I have in my house. This Sveti Nikola is basically a Sopranos character.
А ти знаеш што треба да правиш.
Ќе го сторам тоа.
The sinister neighbor gets the point and tells Sveti Nikola that he'll return all of the neighbor's stuff. And true to his word, the next day, all of the neighbors' stuff has been returned, including them in their very tiny bed. Now, again, I want to see him physically putting them into bed and tucking them both in. That feels like it'd be a very crucial plot point. I'm truly amazed at just how tiny that bed is. Now they wake up and realize that all of their stuff has been returned. They're kind of amazed at the whole thing, but credit where credit's due. Old Sveti Nikola delivered. He returned all of their stuff and proved that he's not a bad security system. Now the husband credits his verbal bashing of the ikona of why they got their stuff back, but they're kind of splitting hairs here. Sveti Nikola brought the stuff back. The wife agrees, but says we should probably lock the door in the future.
Така е. Ама друг пат ние да си заклучиме, за друго моја бе да не арчиме.
Арно велиш, покриен задник, мувите не го плукаат.
The couple goes back to bed and the camera pans over to Sveti Nikola and Sveta Bogorodica. we're about to end the show here, but not before Sveti Nikola gives us a really scary wink. And that was Prostioti Sveti Nikola. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments. This was kind of a weird episode. It was funny, it was kind of scary. I know I'm having nightmares about Sveti Nikola tonight. Let me know what you think in the comments. These are kind of fun. I really enjoy reviewing these. I think I'm going to try to get a couple more in here. Like I said, if you want to watch this actual video without my commentary, just kind of unedited, I'll have a link on the Facebook page. Just head on over to the Better Balkan at facebook.com. You can see it for yourself. That being said, as always, I'm Nick Sadovsky. Dobro noj!